live. It says we may be live. Here we are. It does help if I press the go live button, doesn't it? It's showing up in one screen. Anyway, good morning. Welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this fine Monday morning. Celtic ran out rampant at the weekend. Celtic ran out absolutely mullered. Celtic did something that Kilmarnock that we've not done for a long time. Kilmarnock has always been a hard place for Celtic to go, and some people put it down to the plastic pitch. There's one thing for sure. Martin O'Neill, although he wasn't at the game yesterday, set up the team the same way that he set up the team Monday past. I'll get to the Celtic statement in a minute, so just hold on. When you see the way the team played, now there is still a need for players to come in to the club, and Celtic this morning, and there's a need for players to come in for the Champions League and to make sure that we're Champions League ready. And between me and you, Celtic putting out a statement telling fans to hurry up. Good morning to Fiona and everyone else in the chat this morning. Celtic put out this statement this morning, which when you think about it, yeah, we know it's coming, but are you prepared to pay £39? Celtic have went out merchandise crazy this summer, and I think that the club, we know what the club's all about. It's making as much money off the fan. You know, it's called, in business, it's called the lifetime value of the customer. And Celtic seem to be stretching the lifetime value of a customer every single season, don't they? Anyway, they want $39 for the Champions League qualifier game. Celtic season ticket deadline approaching for UEFA Champions League tickets. Went out just around 33 minutes ago. The deadline for season ticket holders to secure their seasonal seat for the UEFA Champions League playoff match this month is tomorrow, the 11th of August. Thank you, Celtic. Can we offer you 50% less? Or maybe I'll pay 20 quid up front, and then as we get closer to the day, can I make like another extra payment? Can I just put a fiver down, and then I'll just pay it up over the next couple of weeks? Celtic are at Paradise on the 19th of August as they look to secure their place for the group stage of the competition. Pick up your tickets now before this crucial game. Even Celtic are admitting, that it is a crucial game. Does make you think, doesn't it? It's like, seriously? You alright, Lord? You seriously just said a crucial game? Are you you do know it's a crucial game then? And you've brought in 2 players over, and we allowed 14 players to leave. Can't make it up, can you? Pick up your tickets. Pick up your tickets now to be there for this crucial game and cheer the boys on to victory. Just highlight the crucial game bit. On sale information, tickets for the match are on sale to season ticket holders only. You know how we sold 50,000 season tickets, 54,000 season tickets. Who have until 2 p.m. on Tuesday to secure, the August 11th, to secure their seats. I feel like Liam Gallagher standing up doing this right today. I don't know why. Just I don't know. Anyway. It's Monday morning madness. I always go a bit crazy on a Monday. You notice that every Monday. It's just, I seem to stand up and it's just like Monday morning madness. It's just like, hey, sun's shining, it's a new week. And you get a bit motivated, especially when you hump a team 5-1 at the weekend. Anyway, tickets are £29 for adults, £22 for concessions, and £17 for under 13s. The under 13 season ticket is 50 quid. It's madness. Madness. You can take your kid to a whole season's worth of football for 50 quid. Well, it used to be 50 quid, it might have went up. Season ticket holders who are located in the same seat will have their season ticket activated for this match. If an alternative seat is purchased, a match ticket will be provided. There is a £1.50 ticket booking fee for this fixture. Everybody's got to get their cut, isn't there? You still have to pay the booking fee if you go up to Celtic Park and you just pay it in cash at the or is it just when you book it online? Well, just when you book it online, isn't it? UEFA requirements. Due to UEFA requirements, a small number of season ticket holders will be unable to secure their seasonal seat for this match. Those impacted by UEFA requirements are not on the Home Cup scheme will be able to purchase an alternative seat online during a priority relocations period from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Thursday, the 13th of August. Those who are on the Home Ticket Cup scheme, money, will be required for an online relocation for 2 p.m. And the money will probably be out your bank straight away, as soon as tomorrow happens. That 39, yeah. That's why it used to drive me nuts about the home ticket scheme, especially when you've got 3 and 4 tickets. Because you just wake up in the morning and you're like, fucking Celtic. You're like, I don't know what's worse. Some mornings, Celtic or ex-wife. You just look at your bank account and you're like, Celtic, ex-wife. Celtic, ex-wife. Fucking, you don't know who's bleeding you dry sometimes. At least Celtic sometimes give you some enjoyment towards the end of the season and stuff, and sometimes doing games and that, you know. But anyway, that is the big breaking news this morning, that Celtic put out a statement saying season ticket holders need to buy their Champions League ticket. Are you paying 39 quid for a Champions League ticket? And ultimately, do you think that Celtic Park will be will be so what's the 39 then? Or is that for non-season ticket? Yeah, 39's for non-season ticket holders. They put the price up. If you're not a season ticket holder, they charge you more. They're a shambles of a club. I don't know. It's, yeah. It's what it is. Because I see there's people saying, Keith Roberts saying, Michelle says, what's the £39 for then? Is that for non-season ticket holders? Yeah. It's cool just now out there. Bloody cloudy. A wee bit of cloud here, but not too much. Anyway, let's get on to some more Celtic news this morning, because yesterday was absolutely phenomenal for Celtic's. Maloney took charge, and he said that he's had a heart to. Sean Maloney said yesterday that he'd had a heart to heart. I'm just trying to recap my memory because I've not had coffee. I've just had Aquarius this morning, and I've drank half a bottle of Aquarius. Got to get those fluids back into you because it was hot last night. Sean Maloney revealed that he had a heart to heart with Arne Engels over the weekend. We talked about this last night, and he wanted some assurances following the speculation that's been around about the 2 bids from West Ham. 2 bids that went in quite low. And Celtic were never going to be selling them for such a low amount of money. Arne Engels then goes and puts in the type of performance that you would expect Arne Engels to put in. He was phenomenal yesterday. He was good. And when you're looking at a team like, if West Ham are sitting watching him going, is he really worth 25 million? Really, Celtic? Arne Engels goes, yeah, go and let me go and just really show myself tomorrow. I know the gaffer's not going to be here, but you know, my agent's obviously telling me. His agent's obviously telling him that look, clubs are interested in you, but they're a bit put off by the price. They don't think that you are a player of that value. So at least Arne Engels has had the cojones to turn around and say, I'm going to show everybody why Celtic want 28 million for me. And he did that yesterday. Celtic boys, X's are X's for a reason. Sod them. Yeah, it's apart from when you've got kids for them, they just milk you. Anyway, that's back in the day. They don't anymore because they're all grown up. It's like, anyway, best part of it. What a cross for that first goal. Yes, Arne Engels cross for the... Never mind the cross for the goal. The pass from Callum McGregor to set up Arne Engels. That was sublime. Callum McGregor gets a lot of stick, and rightly so for his pointy stuff. But his passing that build-up to get Arne Engels on the ball, that was a decent pass. And if we're going to give Callum criticism, you've also got to give him praise when it's called for. And without that perfect pass, I thought the passing was brilliant yesterday. Like I said after the game, I thought the one-touch football stuff that you expect from Celtic, that was completely missing when we were in Portugal, that was completely missing at the Milan game, that was completely missing the first half of the game last Monday. I don't think that I expected Celtic to be so good yesterday. I mean, I knew that I wanted Celtic to win by 3 goals, but right from the start, they were just, you're like, wow. And then to score 64 seconds or something into the game, you're like, wait a minute here. Are we about to watch? So the missus was sitting and we're watching the game on the sofa, and she's saying, so is this our new hero? Because if she's never heard the Casper Who before, she's like, I'm glad that they call him Casper Who, because if they went, who just scored, she'd be like, I don't know, what's his name? Young lad with ponytail in. Anyway, she was like, yeah, so is this our new hero? I thought it was quite funny. Arnie was brilliant yesterday. Gonna get some of the comments in. Drop your comments in. Yesterday was brilliant. Whoa. Stephen. You feel... Come here, mate. Are you feeling alright today? You feeling okay? Just asking. A positive comment about Celtic from you first thing in the morning. I'm looking at the comment. I've got to read it twice. In fact, I'm now reading it 3 or 4 times just to say that Stephen Sloan yesterday was brilliant. But we still need a winger to replace Yang. And if Alistair Johnson goes, we need right back. That's quite a positive comment for you this morning, mate. Everyone want to give Stephen a round of applause. There's a bit of positivity coming back into his life. Celtic, I'm only kidding, mate. Yeah, it was. Yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. McGregor made a hell of a defending tackle as well. He did that. Arne Engels outstanding. Young Donovan. 3 out of 5 turns and passes backwards. Crazy, yeah. I think it's interesting when you've got a young player that's come through the system like that and he reverts back to Brendan ball. Is that just age? Is that not... I'm going to defend him. And I know that people are going to say he's not fucking young. Don't call him young. Is it the fact that he's getting into the first team? And he's getting into the first team and he doesn't want to lose the ball. So he thinks, you know what, I'll turn around and pass it. I'll do the easy pass. Maybe that's what... And he just needs a little bit of encouragement. When you step up into the first team, you don't want to have a bad game. You don't want to be losing the ball too much. So yeah, I think it's more nerves with him. The fact it's a big season for that young lad. I'm going to call it. He's young. He's 24. That's young, right? That's young. As far as I'm concerned, he's young. He's made the step up for the second season in a row. Fair play to him. And you just don't really want to give the ball away, do you? So I think it's a little bit of nervousness from him. I think he's got the ability to take on players and progress. That will come with time. That will come. The more game time that he gets, the more that he gets coming on 10, 15 minutes before towards the end of the game. Okay, yesterday he didn't expect to be coming on at half time. and maybe that give him a little bit of shock to the system. You know, he's getting ready to go out and train on the pitch, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, mate, right, get ready, you're going on. What? Ali's no feeling it. Wee bit of tightness. Everton are sitting up in the stand. Ali's like, whoa, I had a good first half. Can he be getting injured? Half like that. You never know. Could be an actual injury, and that'll put paid to his transfer. Shouldn't do that public anyway, should we? Anyway, Stephen Sloan said that if we play like that every week, I'll always be positive. What I like. Monday morning positivity out there. Like, everyone's to stand. Stand and shake. Shake. Go, fuck it! Do that 5 times and you'll have a fantastic Monday. Turning into a motivational talk now. At least it's better than the food shock. I'm still dancing around the house, says Helen. No way, stop the game. Stevens had a head knock. Celtic Engels pinged in some quality passes yesterday. He did that. Where is Balikwisha? Mate, he's getting nowhere near the team. I think that as a squad player, Balikwisha is one player that more than likely needs to leave Celtic this summer. When you look at the team, there's still a number of players. I mean, you've got to say as well, Tony Ralston's in the last year of his contract. Nobody's talking about where's Tony Ralston. He's not getting the bench because Colby Donovan, and people don't like it, but Colby Donovan must be doing more in training than what Tony Ralston is. Montgomery is not making the bench. I don't know. Luke McCown scoring his first of the season. Benji Negrin already scored his first of the season. Casper who? Jota must be sitting watching these games going, I can't wait to get back. I cannot wait to get back. The crosses that he'll be able to put into Casper. And then if we get another really decent winger, I think they were playing Camilo Duran. Here's a thought yesterday. And this was a bit of a worry from my point of view. Sean Maloney spoke about Camilo Duran getting used to playing on the wing. I mean, is he really a winger? Or is he... He played through the middle for Celtic during pre-season. He scored 3 good goals. Are we playing him out of position? And then Celtic have been linked with Claudio Braga. Don't know if we bring Braga in, are you playing him as a winger? And then, don't know. We're a bit busy up front, and the fact that Celtic don't want to lose Johnny Kenny, it does say to me that there's going to be a change in the formation, just with the profile of the players that we're still trying to bring to the club. It says that we're not going to be playing a 4-3-3 formation going forward, or a 4-2-3-1 formation, or whatever. It looks like we're going more a 4-4-2, if you ask me. Just with the personnel that we seem to be bringing in. Let's jump back to the comments. Ralston should be starting before Colby, I think, says Michelle. You think so? I thought Colby had a decent game. He looked good in pre-season as well. Still young, he'll come good. He's 24, said Liam. He was 1. Mate, that's 20. That's young. When you get to double that, you start thinking, fuck me, that was a long time ago. That was a lifetime ago. He was not marking his player for the goal, his mistake. Was that his mistake, or was it just good play from Kilmarnock? Sometimes you've got to put down good play. Celtic always squeeze up. He shouldn't have dived in. Colby Donovan, I think diving in allowed the player just to wrong foot him and then get the shot off. He should have kind of stayed up off the ground. That comes down to a lack of experience. I don't know, that you get rid of that. The coaches will say to him, why did you dive in? You can understand why he dives in if the player took the shot, but the player didn't even look as if he was going to take the shot. So that all comes down to experience. We'll wait and see. Imagine if we had kept, honestly, I thought he was about 20, said Liam. Stevie's bought his tickets. He's paid the bucks for the Champions League qualifier. Balagwisha lining up his next con job. Miami bound. Inter Milan. Do you think so? We need to get him off the books. Because he's on, I don't know what Balagwisha is on. He's bound to be on a pretty decent wage. Let's see if we could find out. At Celtic. Wow. Wait a minute. Now this is saying after we paid 5 million quid for Mikael Ange Balagwisha, we give him a contract for 5 years and he's on 15 grand a week. What? 15 grand a week, this is saying. Is bonkers. And even Kieran Tierney on 50 grand a week's too much, I think, for Kieran Tierney. Callum McGregor, 39 grand a week. I'll get this one up. Dies Maida's left. Dies Maida was only on 21 grand a week. Arne Engels is on 28 grand a week. Well, there you go. Rio Hotati's on... Well, let me get this page up. I don't know how salarysport.com... Don't know how clear that, how factual this will be. Kieran Tierney's on 50 grand a week. Callum McGregor's on 39 grand a week. Cameron Carter-Vickers is on 37 grand a week. This is last year's list, obviously. Iheanacho was on 30 grand a week, according to this. Iheanacho, 30 grand a week. He was robbing Celtic last season. Arne Engels, 28 grand a week. Dies Maida was on 21. Alistair Johnson on 20. Oh, it's no wonder Ali's thinking, come on. I'm not being funny, but Alistair Johnson on 20 grand a week's a steal. I mean, he'll go to around about 60 grand a week down at Everton. His take-home pay on a weekly basis will jump up 15 grand. Or about 20 grand a week. Is there a case? Is there a case for... If a player that has a worth to Celtic, and teams come in for him and say, right, we want to buy him, and you think that he's worth £15 million, say, for Alistair Johnston. Is there a train of thought that Celtic should turn around and say, right, okay, Alistair, we don't want to lose you. So how about we put you up to 35 grand a week and add another year onto your contract, or 2 years onto your contract? Would that be enough for you to stay at Celtic? Tell me your thoughts on that in the comments. Would you say to Alistair, if you were running the club and if you were Nicholson and you sat down with O'Neill and you went, like, how much do you really, really want to keep Alistair Johnston? Do you know that we've lost Dies Maida, so you've got 20 grand in the bank a week for that. You've lost Kelechi Iheanacho. There's another 30 grand a week. There's 50 grand a week you could sit and play with. So you could offer Alistair Johnston to the higher levels, the 39, 40 grand. Is he that type of player that you should turn around and say that with? Tell me in the comments. Should we offer him 40 grand a week to stay at Celtic? And would you, if you were in the higher levels of power at Parkhead, would you offer Alistair Johnson 40 grand a week if he's only on 20 grand a week? I don't believe that James Forrest is only on 20 grand a week. His wages come down then. Jota, 18 grand a week. Surely not. He was on that last time. Trusty, 17 grand a week. Don't believe that. For a minute. Rio Hatati, 16. Michelangelo Balikwisha, 15. Tony Ralston, 15. Good job for a brickie. Benjamin Nigrin, 14 grand. Casper Schmeichel was on 13 grand before he left. Paulo Bernardo was on 12 grand. Sebastian Tanetti, 8 grand. 8 grand too much. Some will say Shin Yamada, he's gone. Doesn't really matter. Ross Dohan, 7,700 a week for Ross Dohan. Jemai Simpson Poozy was on 7,100. Liam Scales is on £7,000 a week. Sarachi was on 6,900 a week. Yang's on 5,330. What? Johnny Kenny's on 5,000 a week. Luke McCown's on 5 grand a week. That's a decent amount of cash. It's low, but it's a decent amount of cash for Luke McCown. Sinisalo's only on 3,500 a week. Callum Osmond's on 3,400 a week. Wow. Ben Summers, he's gone. No, he's not. He's on 2,500 a week. Dane Murray's on 2,400 a week. And Hideo Inamura, he's gone as well. That was interesting because that's obviously the teams from last season. Wow. That's from salarysport.com. Let me see if there's another one that's well, there's Hail 67. Francis Turley, 200 quid a week. Jude Bonner, this was 25, so this isn't for this season. Jude Bonner, £510 a week. Colby Donovan, £1,000 a week. Hateo Namura, 2,200. Dane Murray, 2,400. Callum Osmond, 3,000. There is a bit of truth in that one then. Wouldn't think that Hail 67 would put out false information. Sinisalo, 3,500. Luke McCown, 5 grand. Yeah, it's about the same. 5,100 for Johnny Kenny. Yang, 5,300. 6,900 for... Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as that other list. So somebody said, that list is full of shite. Well, this is Hail 67. And there you go. Casper Schmeichel, 13 grand a week. Alistair Johnson, 20 grand a week. Dies Maida, 20 grand a week. But there you go. People saying that website's push. Well, this website's Hail 67. So anyway, that's enough of that nonsense this Monday morning. And let's get rid of those pages because it's all good in the hood, as they say. Right, Balikwisha. BBC scammers. Keith says that he's on the same wages as Rio, minus the 0 at the end before tax. Give Engels and McCown a pay rise. McCown? I've not got time for that this morning, Stephen. They'll be paying way over the odds. Sinisalo, all this BS with Casper getting dropped and messed about for 3,500 a week. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Anyway, more Celtic news this morning. Let me just double check. I wonder if, with all the talk about Pope, Nick Pope, he's not the best of goalkeepers. But it would be funny if Celtic did go for him. And on the bench, the Pope, Sullivan. Celtic would sign him. Do you know what? If we still had what's his name? Peter Lawwell at the club. Lawwell would sign Nick Pope just for the banter. He would, wouldn't he? He's just like, I want him on the bench every week now. I'll go take a drink because I'm busy. Best stuff ever, that. Although the price has went up. I can remember when it was €1.80. It's now up to €2.10. Jesus, inflation these days, isn't it? Spain's not the cheap place it used to be. According to the Daily Mail, Celtic are keeping tabs on Nick Pope, came out over the course of the weekend, but they're also reported interest from other clubs. Shite, Pope number 1. He's shit too. The holiest of goalie. He would be that, wouldn't he? Keep Sinicello as our number 1 and bring in a steady number 2. Would Pope be the steady number 2 that we're looking at? If we signed Johnson for 15 million, you'd expect him to be around about 40 grand a week. Not necessarily. We signed Alistair. We never signed Alistair Johnson for 15 million. That's the thing. We signed Alistair Johnson for... It was about 3 point odd million, was it not? It was nowhere near 50 million. Nowhere near 50 million. But anyway, I like the Oxy's character. He's still got a digging and great passing him. But why was he resigned? I don't know. Alistair Johnson at Everton is at 9 million a difference for the same contract. Pope's got mad mistakes in him. We need security at the back. Pope is terrible. Pope's no coming here. Pope is shit. He's worse than Casper. Oh, Jesus. Right. What time is it? Because that is me done and dusted for this Monday morning. Let's not forget GP2 was the original holy goalie. Pope's on around about 60 grand a week. He'd make up shirt sales and he'd make it in shirt. Yeah. Could you imagine Celtic being able to put goalkeeper shirts out with Pope on the back? Celtic fans would be buying it just to put it up on the wall in the house. You're like, nobody wears that ever. Nobody touches it. I finally got a tap that says Pope number 1. You'd get folk doing that, wouldn't you? Anyway, it's absolutely bonkers. We had a bid rejected for Arthur. Yeah, they're not selling him. They're not selling. There was no way we're selling him. And if we bring in Arthur, who does it mean that we're losing at the back? Because when you look at the Celtic teams, when you look at the Celtic team, we do have Liam Scales at the back. We've got Austin Trusty, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and Dane Murray to fill those positions. If we were to bring in someone like Benjamin Arthur, to me it screams that we're going to go to a back 3 if we lose Alistair Johnson. Anyway, it's all just chat. Ox, seemingly just a bench warmer. Pretty expensive one. But I'm sure that it'll be used in the Champions League games because that's what he's been brought here for, isn't it? He would have been given some reassurances by Martin O'Neill. You know, when Martin's on the phone to him and saying, look, do you want to come back? And he's like, seriously? I don't want to play on the bench most of the season in Scotland. What a fall from grace from winning everything possible in the domestic game with Liverpool Football Club to then bench warming at Celtic away to Kilmarnock. Wow. Surely been given some assurances about games that he will get over the course of the season. Anyway, that is me done and dusted this morning. Thank you to everyone that has been on the live this morning. About 1,800 have been on the live. That's good for first thing on a Monday morning, especially since it's just hit 9:05 in good old Scotland. Pope at Rangers would be hilarious. No Pope in Rome. I mean, there's one in Ibrox. I can get it up, you guys. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? I'm going to leave it on that comment. Pope at Rangers would just be hilarious. The Huns would be in meltdown, wouldn't they? Oh, fucking Pope on the bench. Oh, Jesus. Have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are all around the world.